always wondered, where did I come from? Who do I look like?
I often wondered, over the years, was he okay? Was he being loved?
Every birthday, I wondered if my birth mom was thinking about me like I was thinking about her.
Every time I was in a crowd, I would look for his face. And I often wondered, is he looking for me? When I relinquished my son for adoption in the 70s, it was the most painful and traumatic event of my life. And I carried those issues and those questions with me for 35 years until I found Adoption Network Cleveland. I joined the birth mother support group, and for the first time I met women who understood my pain because my story was their story too. And then I found my son with the help of Adoption Network Cleveland, and we both got the answers that we were looking for. Now both our families are complete.
Adoption Network Cleveland provides support, education, and advocacy for really everyone touched by the lifelong journey of adoption. That's adoptees, adopted families, birth families, youth in foster care who aren't yet adopted but need to be, and also the full range of professionals that serve them.
It's so hard to explain what it's like to not know where you come from, to never see anybody that you look like, or to recognize your hands in somebody else, or your tone of voice, or even your career interests and your passions and your skills. That can be disjointing, and for me, I just always remember the search, always searching. I remember thinking, everybody I met, you might be my mother, you might be my father, you might be my brother or my sister. But then a few years after that, I applied for my identifying information. I actually petitioned the courts in the county of my birth, and I was turned down. I was told that I didn't have the right to have that information. And I had a friend of mine who was so touched by this moment that I had with her, just in tears. And so she went ahead and did a Google search, and she said, "Where were you born again?" And I said, "Ohio." And she said, "You know, the law just changed." I thought, there's no way that I'm actually going to be able to have the right to know where I came from. I'm going to have the right to apply for my original birth certificate. So I opened my birth certificate at the exact moment of my birth at 6:59 a.m. on Easter Sunday, 2015.
There it is. Oh my God. It has her name. And it has his name.
Very good.
I don't think I understood what an original birth certificate was until I saw mine. And I understood the magnitude of how important that piece of paper really is in validating my existence and giving me the answers to my original identity. I'll never forget when my husband, he's the one who actually found her, and he found a picture of her. And he held it up to me and he said, "I found her. It's you." And I said, "It's me." And he said, "It is, it's you. You just put a different set of hair on and this could be you." And it was so surreal. It was the first time in my life I'd ever seen anybody that I looked like. But within just a couple of months of finding her, I found myself traveling to the East Coast to meet her for the very first time.
Brian and I just left Washington, D.C., and now we are heading to Wilmington, Delaware to meet my birth mom for the very first time.
And our first embrace was extraordinary. It was like I recognized her and I knew her as part of me.
Oh, part of you. Let me. Oh, God. Wow. Just amazing. This is unbelievable. I know, right? God, you are so beautiful. I just can't even believe it.
Adoption Network Cleveland was there for me before, during, and after my reunion experience. And probably my greatest gift from Adoption Network Cleveland has been the understanding that adoption is a lifelong journey. After I reunited with my biological father, I learned that my paternal grandmother died fairly young, in her 50s, of breast cancer. And this has significantly shifted how I think about my own health and my own breast health specifically. And I believe with all my heart that having my medical history now, having my health history of my biological family, may have extended my life. I'm so grateful that I have really 4 parents. I have the parents that raised me and the parents that created me. Just like parents can love multiple children, children can love multiple parents. And so for me, I feel so blessed, so lucky, and so grateful that I have 4 parents in my life that I adore. And I'm so grateful for the parents that raised me. Adoption Network Cleveland is leading the way nationally in their model for adoption support for adoptees, for birth parents, and for adoptive parents and foster care youth. They are thought partners with national organizations. Thank you, Betsy, and Adoption Network Cleveland.